Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Getting a little bit of a late start. Just tee times vary everywhere you go, so we'll let everybody get on board. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I don't know. Tell me what you did this weekend. We were in Lake Okoboji, Iowa, northern Iowa. It is like it's unlike anything you'll ever see anywhere else. Hey, thanks for joining us this morning. I appreciate you having on. Lake Okoboji, Barefoot Bar, Parks Marina, Butch and Debbie, thank you for having us up again this year. It is a treat for us to play there, and we meet so many people and new friends when we go up there. Debbie, thanks for joining us. Brenda, thanks for joining us. Austin, thanks for joining us this morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Dally, good morning, Dally, the cowgirl that you are. Miss Williams, hey, Tyler, what's up? Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning. It was a hot Saturday for us in Iowa. I don't know about you, but wherever you were at, let us know what you did this weekend, and we'll get you going. Megan, thanks for joining us this morning. Got a couple of days off. I know David is home with his family this week for a couple of days, celebrating a niece's birthday. So happy birthday and shout out to her and Luke. I'm sure he's sleeping in this morning. And Al has plenty of work lined up for the week, so I'm excited for that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit a fairway shot here, and I'll be right back with y'all so we can keep this thing moving. 3 wood. Man, I play this hole from the right side every time. Edmond, Oklahoma, Thursday night, free show at the park. If you go on to Edmond Concert Series, they'll show you where that's at. Friday night, Jetmore, Kansas, got a private birthday party out there for Dee Dee. Dee Dee, happy birthday. And then Saturday, Bandits parking lot party, Grand Island, Nebraska. So hope to see everybody there, and hope to just kind of chill out and hang out with everybody before the show. We'll have VIP packages available. That gets you on the bus, 3 songs acoustic, and priority stage seating. So it's kind of a cool little thing if you haven't done it. I know some of you watching have as we go through here. So I don't know. You're gonna get sidetracked with the scenery here today. It is just beautiful. It's not hot, and it's a great place for us to share the word of the Lord this morning. Hey, I'm going to start with just a little background story. I'll keep an eye on the tee behind me, but these past 2 weeks I've really been struggling with people. Y'all ever struggle with people? Sometimes I think the world would be better if it was just me and no people. I'm sure you feel that way sometimes too, but that's not the reality. That's not the reality of it at all. So first things first, guys, please share. Click the share button. You can click it on the bottom right there. Share it on your page. You can copy the link up top on your top right in the 3 dots, and you can share it to other platforms like your Twitter page and your Instagram and TikTok, whatever else you guys use. It's all good. But these past 2 weeks I've just been struggling with people who don't follow through. I was a chiropractor for so many years, and man, the worst thing is to have your day planned out and all your appointments made, and then people just don't show up, right? Or in these past 2 weeks, you just had a lot of appointments and people didn't show up. Not in my office, of course, but just business meetings, clients, sponsorships, like people that have sponsored a child and they didn't want their wish. Just weird things that kind of stuck out for me, and it kind of was bringing me down. And so I, kind of turned on turned on some podcasts that I listened to and did some Bible studies, and really wasn't getting the answers that I needed. And then this week, I overheard a conversation. This lady was talking about how much her husband had done for their family over their life. I mean, we're talking. They had taken care of their parents for 12 years, raised 10 grandkids, just done everything for everybody in their family. And I overheard this conversation, and she was trying to do something nice for him. She wanted to give him a fishing trip, make him take some time off that he had earned, make him take some time for himself. And so I just listened to the story, and I thought, man, what a great guy. He's doing this all for his family. I thought, man, what a great woman, wanting to honor her husband this way. And so I was continuing to listen to this conversation just quietly in the background. And she was online trying to fill out a form or something. And then all of a sudden I heard, oh, well, guess it's not meant to be. And I started putting two and two together, and whatever form she was filling out, it wasn't going through on her phone, computer-wise. And she just gave up like that. And I thought, it floored me. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I just heard you talking about how great your husband was for your family and how you wanted to honor him and do something nice for him. And then like that, in an instant, she gave up. She just quit. And my heart broke in that moment. Like, I just listened to her story, and I instantly admired her husband and couldn't wait to hear, I didn't even know this lady, couldn't wait to hear how this fishing trip was going to turn out for him. And I was like, whoa. And then my heart broke for her. And I thought, who gives up that quick? Who gives up that easy? Especially when you want to do something that you're so passionate about in that moment. And I thought to myself, what kind of trauma, what kind of life must she have had to, number one, quit so easy, number two, be taught that's okay, and number three, what kind of abuse was in that life? And maybe there wasn't, but there has to be something there. And my heart just broke for her and her family and her husband. And whether I should or I shouldn't have, I stepped in and I said, ma'am, I'd love to help you make this happen for your husband. What can I do? And she's like, no. She's like, it's just not meant to be. It's not God's will. Everything in me just wanted to argue with her and just say, listen, God doesn't want you to give up. The God that I know put that dream in your head that you wanted to do something nice for your husband. And the Satan that I know is the one who put the voice in your head who says, no, just give up. It's not worth it. It's for somebody else, not me. Holy moly, man. Like there was part of me that was angry, and but then the bigger part of me just continued to feel sorry for the whole situation, and I wanted to help. And honestly, I pushed her to the point where she actually asked me to leave her alone, and you can't push God onto people. But it made me do some wondering. I'm going to go ahead and hit a little small chip shot, and I'll be back here. It made me wonder what must have happened in this young lady's life, and how can we avoid that? And how can we? Where does that desire for perseverance and endurance come from? And how can we get it? So when I get back, we're going to talk about that a little bit. All right, so I left myself with them. We'll continue this. So anyways, I just spent the next couple of days really searching and asking, what verses are out there for me? What can God lead me to? And he led me to a couple of verses. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this green real quick, guys, because the next person's behind me. But it just really bothered me. Why is it that some people have the ability to endure and persevere more than someone else? And one of the greatest verses that I've been given right away in my life this past year was Ephesians 3:16, and it just says, from his unlimited resources, God provides mighty inner strength. And so that verse right away tells us that it is all from God. God is the source. I remember even when it comes to just simple things like booking shows, let's say we need a routing date on a Friday somewhere, and we've exhausted all possible sources, every venue, every person that we knew, and you just sit down, you just pray, and you realize that God is the source of everything. He can create money out of nowhere. He can create a booking venue out of nowhere, and sure enough, time and time again, he does. God plants a seed in someone's head and says, hey, I need to do a birthday party this weekend, and they reach out to us, and all of a sudden their schedule lines up with our schedule, and small miracles happen all the time. It's crazy like that, but it's God's resources that allow that to happen. So the first thing you have to remember, endurance and strength definitely comes from God. And there's a verse in Exodus, I believe it's the 30th verse of chapter 18. It promises us that God will direct us and you will be able to endure. And again, endurance, that's what I've been struggling with so many people that I've met in the past 2 weeks, is they just gave up so quick and so easy. And God promises us that endurance is there. How do we get that endurance? And what does God show us? How do we activate that? And man, this morning, perfect verse. He gave us 1 Corinthians 13:17. And the answer is love. Love blesses all. Love believes all. Love hopes all things. Love endures all things. Guys, I can't stress enough the benefit of love. When I look back in my life, and I'm so blessed to have a strong work ethic and determination, and I give my parents credit for that, but really I need to give God credit for that, because my parents are believers and they instilled that in me at a very young age, and there are people out there who don't have that, and we give that and we receive that through love. And so when I think back to this young lady who was giving up so easily on giving her husband a gift, it breaks my heart to know that she wasn't loved and didn't feel and receive love early in her life. That's probably what happened. I don't know. But guys, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm getting the golf course a little backed up here, so I'm going to go ahead and hit and move on this morning. But listen, share. The more people that see these podcasts and video casts, the more people that can benefit from God's word. And I super appreciate you. We'll see you this weekend. If you need a way to love, you need someone to love, or you need to be loved, reach out to me. I've got a great program that's doing crazy good things for children across the world. So reach out to me, and God bless y'all. We'll see you next week.